Hi everyone, this is Bogast Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Marvel Legends Toysrus exclusive Vision and Scarlet Witch 2-pack. So before we take a look at Vision, let's take a look at Scarlet Witch and the accessories that she comes with. So first up, she comes with these two magic effects. Should look really nice, and they're very, very rubbery either. But that's a good thing. It's a lot better than the previous effect that the previous Scarlet Witch came with, which looked kind of clunky and stupid. Let me put it on her hand here. Wait. There. That's how the previous effect looked, and it just didn't look right. But these effects look really nice. Doesn't matter which hand you put it on. They both go in just about the same way. It just kind of curls up her arm like that. And let me put this one on here. Like I said, they both kind of curl the same way. And they look really, really nice on her. I like that translucent color, especially with the lighting on it. A certain way you hold it, it has like a pinkish hue to it, which looks very nice. So I really like these new effects. So for the head sculpt is definitely better than the first version. Well, let me do that so the camera will pick it up. So here is the first version. And I honestly don't think the first version was really that bad. I mean, it could have been better, but it honestly wasn't that bad either. I do think they went overboard, especially with the bright light here on my camera. With that blush, she looks very pink in the cheeks. But I think the skin tone is more accurate on this, the new version. But like I said, this one wasn't honestly bad. It's still good. I think it still looks like her, just a little bit cartoony version of her. But this new version uses that new printing tech, and it makes it look really nice. I really like her hair too, because it's kind of a light brown, like a brownish red color, and has a dry brushing of dark brown on it. Does have a piece of extra paint right there. Let's see. It's not picking off, so that must just be a splotch of paint that's on there by accident. But yeah, I really like that. Her eyes look very nice. Lipstick came out fine. And so did her necklace right there. With the light on, though, on my camera back this far, she kind of looks like she's glowing because she is paler. But yeah. Nice detailing on the jacket right there. Has that texturing. And this has been reused for Photon or Monica Rambeau, whatever. I can't remember what her name was for the A-Force box set, but they used it for Elsa Bloodstone and Photon, because that's why I know her as. That might have been what she was in that pack. I'm not sure which name they put her under. But yeah, they did reuse this. And the body is exactly the same. Nothing new there. And the colors are about the same. They're just a tad bit brighter. The only thing that's different on mine, Scarlet Witch had this weird black place right there on mine. And on this one, she doesn't. I wasn't actually sure what this was from. It's either black or really dark green, because it almost looked like the color from Abomination rubbed off on her, which is kind of odd. But yeah, the only thing new is, I think the head sculpt is new too, because the hair is the same. They did reuse the hair, but the head on the new version looks a little bit bigger. Like I said, it's more accurate. But still, this version isn't bad by any means. So now, let's go over the articulation. She's got a ball-jointed head that can look all the way down. You kind of have to maneuver her head back like that because she has very soft hair. So she can look up just a little bit. She can move her head side to side. She's got ball-jointed shoulders that will move out that far, which isn't too far. She's got single-jointed elbows that are also on a swivel. She's got swiveled wrists that can move up and down that way and side to side. And this wrist moves up and down and side to side that way. It does move kind of differently. And I am I'm a bit surprised that these effects have stayed on while I'm reviewing her. She's got a ball-jointed diaphragm that can move back all the way. And down just a little bit. Move side to side. She's got ball-jointed hips that can move out that far. She can kick forward all the way. And she can move back all the way. She's got swivel at the thigh, double-jointed knee, swivel at the ankle, and an ankle rocker. So yeah, I do really like this figure. It's really good updated. And I'm glad that Hasbro is remaking these figures. Or they are remaking these figures. Because they do look better with that face printing tech. Some of the face printing tech can get a bit spotty, but for the most part, it looks really good. So now let's take a look at Vision. So the only other accessories that he has are alternate hands here, open hands, and I don't like them, and I will explain why right here. So this hand is just fine. You can see it has a little bit of excess plastic right there, but nothing major. It can still move up and down. Well, his right hand has extra plastic, and it is stuck together. You can't move it up or down. I even tried boiling it, where it's supposed to be cut right there. For the swivel, it is not cut. So the machine did not cut it, or whatever. But yeah, it's all just cast in one piece. And it won't move. Because I kind of moved this hand in just a little bit while I have this on him. But this one won't move at all. Well, it can move side to side, but not up and down like I would like. Because it's just... it's not cut right there where the swivel's supposed to be. And I don't really want to cut it and ruin it, because I did that with a Marvel Universe 3-inch figure. It was just cast all in one piece. It was a single jointed knee. And the knee, when I cut it, there was nothing under it. It was just entirely molded that way. So I don't want to ruin this hand by doing that. So I mostly just leave him with the fists on. And of course, that's probably just mine, like my luck is. But you can change these pretty easily. It is a little bit harder on camera because I'm trying to do it through the camera, or I'm looking through the camera to do it. That's why I'm struggling a little bit. So now let's take a look at Vision. So for the head sculpt on him, Hasbro did a really good job on him as well. I think it looks like Paul Bettany as Vision. It doesn't really look much like Paul Bettany, because I really don't think Vision in the movie looks like Paul Bettany, because he's covered with all these prosthetics and the headpiece. But it does look very accurate to what we see in the movie. I like how his skin tone is that kind of like maroon and pinkish color. His color was kind of a different color, because in some scenes it kind of looked pink, and in some scenes it kind of looked maroon. But I think that head sculpt looks really nice. Get the Infinity Gem in his head. And that is why, spoiler alert, mild spoiler, that's why the Avengers are in Wakanda in Infinity War, to protect Vision so Thanos can't get that Infinity Stone right there. So, yeah. Now, my only complaint with this, other than the fact that his hand doesn't move, his alternate hand, which really isn't too big to me because, you know, it is an alternate hand. At least it wasn't just one pair of hands. Because if he would have had just one pair of hands and one hand was bad, I would have had a fit about that. But, you know, it's alternate hands. He still has another pair of hands that work just fine. Is his collar piece right here. For his cape. It is standing straight out. And he does have a peg in his back that connects the cape, but it is glued down. So, I will probably glue this down after the review, just because it does look unsightly, especially when you have him to the side, because it's sticking out like that. But, yeah, the head sculpt looks really nice. And I love this cape, too. It looks very nice. It almost looks like it's waving, and a bit translucent, if you hold it up to the light. Especially if you're moving it like that. Like how it has the pink shading right here, and the wrinkles, and a nice texturing to it. It feels like tech. That's what I liked about his cape in the movie, how it did look. I really love that. And it has that metallic paint over. It looks very nice. And his whole body has that mesh texturing to it. I love any time a figure has texturing. It just makes the figure a lot better for me. And he has the red color right there, which is very faint, but you can't see it right there. And all the paint on him, like the red right here is in metallic, the yellow's in metallic, the silver kind of looks like silver and green. Looks like it has a little bit of green there. Looks really nice. There's his hands. And his hands have marbling. And the plastic doesn't because, no, it's two separate pieces. This one doesn't, his wrist guard right here doesn't have that marbling like his hands do, though. Because right here it's a separate piece. I thought it was a swivel because of how that cut is right there, but it's actually a separate piece. It's probably a good idea that they didn't mold it in that green, though, and paint red over it. And there's his feet. Now, his boots and feet have that marbling to it, as well as that shininess, that metallic look to it, which is very nice. And that's about it for this figure. I still just love how that cape looks. That looks really amazing. Especially if you do that to it. It kind of has an effect to it when you hold it up to the light, which looks pretty cool. Now let's go over the articulation. He's got a ball-jointed head that can look back all the way. Can look down all the way. Can move his head side to side. He's got ball-jointed shoulders that the right moves out farther for me than the left because the left is very stiff and it feels like I'm going to break it break his arm right here. The peg that connects the shoulder to the bicep right here. I don't move it out any further because you can see how it's bending with me trying to move it out. You can do it, but on mine, I feel like I'm going to break it, so I mainly just keep it like that. But he's got swivel at the bicep, double jointed elbow, swivel at the wrist to move side to side, and up and down. Move up and down a pretty good bit. He's got an ab crunch that can move back all the way, even with his cape. That doesn't hinder it at all. He can crunch forward all the way. He's got swivel at the waist, ball jointed hips that can pretty much do a split. He can kick forward all the way. He can kick back all the way. He's got swivel at the thigh, double jointed knee, swivel at the ankle, and an ankle rocker. So the articulation is good on him as well. Although mine's shoulder is a bit sticky right there with the joint, it doesn't want to move. But that's not a huge problem. I feel like he should have came maybe with three pairs of hands, the fists, the open, relaxed palms, and maybe he should have came with open hands and Mjolnir, because in Age of Ultron he does hold Mjolnir, so that would have been a nice touch. But this is mainly for Infinity War, so that's probably why they didn't do that. I'm just a fan of accessories, that way you could recreate that scene. But I'm sure someone can mod it out there and make it like that. So, here he is next to Scarlet Witch. Let me try and get her to stand here. She's not going to stand now? There. Now I'm going to knock my camera over. So, there he is next to Scarlet Witch. Here he is next to Iron Man. The Infinity War Iron Man. I swear, sometimes these figures don't want to stand up at all for me. And then here he is next to the Civil War War Machine. I should have gotten all the figures out for the Team Iron Man for Civil War, but I didn't. I just got out a few figures just because I don't want to take them out one by one and show each of them next division, or go over that. So I mainly kind of tried to keep it short right there with that segment. So that is the Scarlet Witch and Vision 2-pack, and it is very amazing, and it is very hard to find too. I actually traded for this. I didn't actually find this in the store. I still haven't seen it in the store because it is a very, very hard to find 2-pack. But if you can find it, I would highly recommend getting it because it is amazing. Plus, we finally get the Vision figure we've waited years for. So that's my review. And if you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.